Hi Ronnie, great to see you again and work on your game at the range. Just a quick recap on the key points that we covered. First of all, if we look at you here on the top left screen, what I'd like to see you do is just squirt the shoulders up a little bit. We're a touch open with the shoulders set up, so the shoulders aiming further left than the line of the feet and the hips. I'd also like to see you stand a little bit further away from the ball, so the arms are hanging a little bit more out in front of you rather than underneath you. So a little bit more room and a little bit more squared off with the shoulders. Top of the backswing is improved. We're not as hooded at that point. The elbows could still be closer together here, so that gap can be squeezed in even tighter. But having said that, it's an improved version on the play you were a few weeks ago. Because the elbows are still dividing a touch, the wrists aren't really setting as much as they could, and that's resulting in this pronounced bow at the top of the backswing still. So we need to make sure that the wrists are setting a little bit more aggressively during the backswing, so we don't have this, again I'll just show you that magnified, bowed condition in the left wrist at the top. So the feeling we gave you to achieve that softer position at the top, first of all, was to improve the grip. You can see on the bottom centre screen here, we've covered the left thumb. That was your key thought for the grip. With a more neutral left thumb, then what we can start on more neutral grip, what we can start to do now is feel that the thumbs are under the shaft more at the top. So you can see the difference in those two left wrist conditions. A little bit of a flatter left wrist in the centre, as opposed to a very bowed or palmar flexed left wrist on the top left hand screen. One of the ways you can get a feel for that is to make some swings with just the left arm. Now this is the early stages of things, but you can see there already that there's a definite difference. Let's put a line on here for you, and a progression towards a flatter left wrist when you're working with slightly more neutral grip, the feeling of the thumbs being under the shaft, and then just working it in with the left hand. So left hand swings is going to encourage you to rotate and set the left arm and wrists properly during the backswing. With a more neutral club face, you can get the launch up on the golf ball and you're not going to be fighting the low squirty one all the time. In regards to the setup, the other change we suggested was to do with your left foot. You can see your left foot very square at setup. However, as you swing the golf club, if you watch what happens on the way through, left foot starts to spin and rotate outwards to a position that's rotated, let's say, 15 degrees to the left. The reason it's rotating that way is to allow your hips to continue to turn, and in order for it to do that, it has to align the knees out. When the feet are out, the knees are out, and when the knees are out, the hips can rotate. So in order to reduce the amount of spin on that left foot, the left foot wants to be there as is illustrated in this footage, so let's put it there to start with. We want to feel that both feet are turned out 15 to 20 degrees. Good luck with it, and I look forward to working with you again in a few weeks' time. Well done.